And now he's being put through the paces with the strength and conditioning coach of Alpine Canada.
Well, absolutely beautiful conditions out here at Lake Louise Ski Resort. Interesting, they've had 2 meters of snow so far this season. Now, you'd think skiers would want snow, but a little fun fact for you. The volunteers have actually been out there on the run for Lake Louise World Cup, and they've actually been sweeping the snow off. They don't want that, they want ice. Lots of prep going on the tracks, and of course, the athletes and the skiers have lots of prep as well. Jamie, actually the strength conditioning coach for Alpine Canada, joining me this morning to talk a bit about that prep. And one thing I think is key to mention to a lot of our viewers out there is these guys, they are athletes. They train throughout the year. This is not just a winter thing for them.
Yeah, no, they train throughout their off-season period, twice a day, 5 to 6 days a week. Primarily, they maybe get a month off after the season, maybe a couple weeks, depending on their ski schedule. Then we get right into it, and then through the ski or after training every morning, they're back doing some level of physical preparation. Sometimes in the morning before skiing as well.
So they will start actually in the lodge or wherever and do some warm-ups and stuff like that. And then once they get out here, there's a whole other set of routine. What are some of the things that the athletes are doing before they actually get into that starting gates?
So a lot of times the guys' process is kind of independent, but some guys will go through a bit of a routine in the hotel or wherever we're situated, in a warm environment. Then they'll come over, they'll get into the lodge, they'll start gearing up, and they'll start some preparation in there. And then when they go up to prepare for the actual race, they go through an individualized routine in there depending on what their needs are. Some of them kind of have some basic overlap for basic moves that they do. Some guys actually have some manual manipulation with physiotherapy staff up top.
Now, what are some of the warm-ups that even people at home who ski can do?
Yeah, so we generally start with some basic kind of mobility. They get activated, they get warmed up. And then in the place right here, we'll just go through some basic leg swing stuff just to get some hip mobility and get some rotation there. So if we go shoulder to shoulder, right through here, posting on the outside leg, we're actually just going to swing from the inside leg. It's fairly passive. You just want to let the hip kind of float through the joint front to back. I usually get guys to do 10 each side for each leg, and then they'll end up going front to front here. Then you can actually do across there. It's the same thing.
Same thing. Do you do it at the same time, or?
Yeah, well, sometimes they're just holding on to something, or sometimes they have a partner there. Sometimes I'm just standing there like a post. It depends whatever goes on. Then from there, they'll actually go into some sort of a forward lunging progression, just to actually get some hip flexor stretching in there. So lunging forward into this position. The knees not touching the ground. They're actually loaded, nice high posture. And they're reaching up to the air from there. So it's mostly based around the hip trunk. We'll go through some core activation, various things like that.
Now, I'm told because they're in a tuck position for most of the way down. It's an amazing workout, right?
Yeah, so it's very predominant on the quads and a lot on the glutes, hips, and there's actually a lot of tension on the hamstrings as well. So as a result, we want to go through these progressions. Those are a couple pieces. Some guys have, more back tension, everything like that. Like I said, we'll do some manual manipulation. Some guys will actually go through an entire 3-step process throughout the day before they even push out of the start gate.
Wow, that's pretty hardcore. It's hardcore, and these guys are athletes, and I mean, they're going to be this weekend. Well, the practice runs the next couple of days, and of course, the big event is this weekend. You can watch it on CBC or come out to Lake Louise Ski Resort. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Now, we were talking about the prepping for the athletes. We're going to be talking next time about the prepping of the track. They apparently inject it with ice and water. That coming up a little bit later, you guys.
Ice is faster than snow.
It certainly is.